Hello, welcome. It's episode 281 of VarangianLP. And we are doing Fey Incursion again. Hooray! Oh, let me unmute the other people. There we go. That'll help. Oh, they're not.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Help, maybe.
Help.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say we can assure the viewing audience that he is actually excited.
All right.
You can tell by the mischievous glimmer.
So last time we started off our very first session. All of you experienced very similar events in which a device of some kind made of glass, wood, and brass appeared in your vicinity in a explosive manner, leaving behind bits and pieces and various bits of information that prompted you all to come to the town where you met and explore a nearby temple that was, as you approached, in the midst of recovering from a time bubble, which you are aware of from other stories and occurrences that have happened about the land. You've all heard of at least one instance, and you started poking about this temple to Athena, and you started learning that some weird stuff was going down during the time when this temple was stuck in its little bubble, and you are in the middle of that exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Before you begin, I've decided that to help sort of give you some information of the wider world, we'll start each session with rumors. So,
Ooh.
just things that you would have picked up here and there. Obviously, where you are right now, you wouldn't be hearing random rumors, but it'll give you a chance to sort of get some knowledge of what's going on outside of your party's antics and potentially something you might want to get involved with. So this week, rumors of the Painted Warriors of the North have reached most parts of the land. Their raids have intensified. The cold that spreads with them, killing plants as readily as they kill whoever they come across, is causing quite a bit of consternation.
That's not great, because the North was like the breadbasket of our.
You are correct. I might
newly
have
incurred.
forgot which direction was which. I mean the cold one. So I think that was actually the east.
I have far west temperature drop, maybe quarter winter. Far east jungle growing out of control. South
So
is
west.
west. Okay.
I forgot to double check my map and went with Earth logic.
It does
Right,
make
good.
sense to think north.
The great bounteous harvests of the North remain.
Great Bounteous Harvest still doing their thing.
Yeah, with their troublesome creatures that has everyone worried for some reason. Definitely not some kind of growth mutants.
Yes. So, yes, in the west,
In the west,
Painted Warriors come from the snow and are causing trouble.
The Wild West.
All right.
I'm
So
suspicious.
I will shift you guys over to the appropriate map.
So if you've got a little child's way of pronouncing things, it's the Western Woad Waders.
I think they have a bonus against siege weapons.
True.
To Woad Raider. Oh, bonus attack in standard buildings. So they are. But yeah, we're in a room. We found some magic things.
Yes. For bookkeeping wise, last time you guys were checking out a few different magic items.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards I realized, do you have a pearl that lets you cast Identify?
I forgot that's a requirement. So
Well, that's okay. We could just there are short rest equivalents. They obviously don't give you as much potential information. But for this case, the same things that you learned last time, you've learned anyway. Jeremiah, as you've been checking through your book that you found behind the wall, like I said last time, most of it is record keeping for the church: births, deaths, ceremonies, donations, regular church business. That takes up most of the left pages as you turn. The right pages seems to be note keeping and journals for the high cleric of the temple. You, in your interest in more recent entries, flip to the back. You come to the most recent high cleric, whose name is been carefully inked out and replaced sort of next to it with the title in the first few pages. Afterwards, it just uses the title: High Cleric of Athena, Pronoia.
And how was that spelled?
Pronoia.
Okay.
You are welcome to make me a religion check at advantage, given that it is your religion.
Ooh.
Yeah. Looks like it'll be the same D20 twice. Until I get another D20 over here. I mean, both of those were good, but the second one was a little bit better. I do have religion. That's right. I did take that intentionally. That's 3. That's 21.
21. All right. So you are aware that Pronoia is a title given to the high cleric of prophecy within the Church of Athena. They specifically talk about the future and give guidance with the abilities that have been granted to them. And usually, as is in this case, they drop their given name and assume this oracular title. As the journal progresses, you begin to get to the incident where the Fey incursion took place. Notes of confusion and just trying to figure out what's going on eventually become more clinical, as magic has obviously been employed, and descriptions of the bubble and its interior and what they can glean from its exterior, the effects that it's having on the denizens and the space around it are like listed out. and there are references to the effects that the divine protections on the temple seem to be having in like opposition to whatever's happening. Jeremiah, you know personally, you did not experience time during
Right.
your bubble life. You just sort of were
I
at
walked
one
into the woods
time
one
and
day,
then the next.
came back to the city the next day, and it was different.
Exactly. Whereas this is obviously seems to be a different experience that they have. There are also some references to a realization of an influence of the Feywild and its energies as well. And then after the clinical nature of things, a more frantic tone takes over as the High Cleric begins to describe the weakening connection to the god that he worships, and that his acolytes, one by one, seem to be being stripped of their protections and aging very rapidly. He seems to be slowly realizing that he's likely to be the last. And then he describes a feeling of brokenness within his divine connection. And in an attempt to communicate, he's obviously still frantic, writes down his speculation that the avatars of Athena that were on the mortal plane likely experienced some sort of disconnect with the rest of herself when whatever this was happening. And you get some writing about him trying to place names to the avatars that might be around, and the description of what's happening to the statue and his recreation of new statues for the incarnations he believes are stuck here on the mortal plane. He refers to them as Athena Nike, Athena Polius, and Athena Ergain.
Interesting.
I can write those here.
I spelled one of those correctly.
So you know that those refer to the incarnations of Athena that have to do with victory, that have to do with city life, and that have to do with like creation of not like creating the world, but like building and inventing and that kind of thing. You see like a bunch of other names for Athena written down and crossed out, and and he says, there's speculations about, well, is this happening to other gods? And like, it's a lot of speculation. He admits he has lost most of his divine abilities and can't leave this bubble, and has basically, his last note just says he's gonna like put things in order and go lay down.
I'm tired, boss.
Yeah. So the time bubble happened first, then the divine connection started to break down.
Seems like it.
That I don't know that we knew that before. That's interesting. To me as a player, Candor isn't aware of any of this yet because I don't think you've been reading this out loud.
No, but there's a good chance that like Elise is like over his shoulder and they're discussing, if not reading word for word out loud, discussing things between them, but not being quiet about it.
Well, it's probably rude to eavesdrop.
So it is possible for you to hear this, but it is a choice that your character would make.
It's rude to eavesdrop.
It's logical to eavesdrop. What eaves are for? Dropping.
Okay. Got my notes down. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And no less worrying.
And there you have the first of lore dump.
Lord, Woo!
Lore.
I'm gonna get dumped on. I hope it's lore.
not beta or B4. Thank you for that, Tom. All right. Is there anything else that we need in this room? I feel that there's more of this complex to explore. Are you all done in there?
Yes, the rest of this can wait till another time. My apologies.
Oh, do not apologize for seeking truth, but you know, there's dark spots in this map still.
If I had a pearl, I could probably get a bit more out of these items, but you know, it slipped my mind. It's probably sitting on my desk back at home.
Well, we shall have to find you a pearl. What do pearls cost? A few silver?
Up a bit.
Ah, well, I'm sure we'll find a way.
What's a pearl?
Shiny rock that comes out of a fish, I think.
Oh.
Oh.
Fish, those are the things in the water, yes?
Many of the things in the water are fish. I don't know that everything in the water is a fish. I would bow to the librarian's expertise on that.
I think you might want to ask a fish.
I've read about fish.
Oh. Ooh, a hole.
And a gate.
And a crumbled passage.
All right, so you turn the corner, and is evidenced by the hallways that you're passing. That particular wing of the building has fully collapsed in on itself. Jeremiah, you did not. That was not an area of the temple that you visited when you were here forever ago. So likely, more private quarters, or less of the public spaces of the temple, since you have not seen those as of yet. At the end of the hallway, however, there is a well-shaped structure in the middle of a circular room. The rim of the well is etched with runes in an ancient elven script.
Only we had an
That
ancient elf.
I know, right? That talks about flipping to the page of notes.
Is this door shut?
Which door?
This door.
No.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, what did I just do?
Down the well. Down the well.
Oh, read the well.
There we go.
That seems like a good step one.
Yes, that particular gate, similar to another one that you passed before, has been like burrowed through such that the pieces fell out of the wall.
I was going to ask if there were burrow holes in these walls.
Yes. You're not 100% sure what the reason for the other one being untainted down here in this hallway by those burrow marks, but although there are some burrow marks in the walls of this circular room, the well at its center does not seem to have any.
Mm.
Where are you? The right page of notes. Oh, there you are. Hiding from me. So the rim of the well reads, may the goddess Athena guide her chosen heroes. And then you also see that along the inner rim of the well, written again in an ancient elven script, is when the obstacle becomes the way.
Down the well. Down the well.
Obstacle.
Which Jeremiah, you recognize as like classical Athenian quote, just meaning that, you know, the goddess of Athena is all about turning disadvantage to advantage, you know, making the things that other people try to use to trip you up. You know, she's about strategic use of the battlefield and in life in general.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. How deep is your well?
Let's see. You guys have, some of you I think have some dark vision.
I have
Um,
120 feet of it.
yeah, it is
My flashlight eyes.
simultaneously seems to be deep and just like a shallow bowl. There certainly is magic afoot.
Mm.
There's magic at foot. The well, I can't. Can anyone else see how this, how odd this looks? Am I starting to go blind?
I will glance down the well and try and figure this out.
Yeah. Who has who doesn't have dark vision? I know we have at least one
I am a
human
human.
amongst the party. Let's see.
One woman.
I do not have dark vision.
The Zerai doesn't. But probably everybody else.
I would love it if the owl didn't have dark vision. That would
No,
be-
I do. Jack.
So those of you that don't, that need light of some sort, can also attempt to shine light down this hole, but it does not seem to adjust this discontinuity in depth that you all see.
I flick a pebble down the hole and start counting.
Yeah, there is sort of a glooping sound, not too long after you flick it. I'm good. And there's no clitter clatter at the end, and the pebble seems to disappear from sight.
There's only one way to figure this out. I'm afraid someone's going to have to get thrown down the well.
Well, I do have these magical dragonlings that come out of my shield. I could send them down. But I think the librarian was going to say something.
Can I start sending my mage hand down?
Sure. So you see as your librarian summons a mage hand. Does it have any particular uniqueness about it beyond the typical?
It's probably. This is a. I should have talked to you. What color would it be, Aaron?
That's totally up to you.
Because I think it would be color related to patron.
Color related to patron.
Yes.
I cannot remember if you decided on
I did not
color.
decide.
Well, do you want to do so now?
I am terrified of deciding because I don't know the dragon types that well.
Ooh, well, good news. New world, new lore. The only dragon we currently have canonized is silver dragons, and one of them was okay, and is okay, and is basically
the chromatic. I mean the metallic.
If you would like,
whatever.
if you would prefer me to decide, we could just say a scaled sort of claw-like mage hand begins to descend into the bowl. Crystal.
Yes.
Elise Waybrand.
Yes.
If Elise Waybrand was a hero of prophecy, what esoteric descriptor might be used to describe her?
What are some examples that I can jump?
Like, the hero of falling leaves, or the hero, the page turner, or the shimmering shield, or anything that could describe you, but would be very difficult to pinpoint a specific person from that information.
So if your D&D character had a D&D character, what would that D&D character's name be?
What's their horoscope?
Ooh. What street did Elise grow up on, and what was the name of her first pet?
Your patron is a giant corporation.
A scaled claw, maybe, because your scaly mage hand is the first thing that's the well is encountering.
The child of Martha.
The one that can't see in the dark.
The blind one. The blind one in the library.
I think it'd be the inspiring whisper.
Ooh. Oh. The ASMR hero.
So the mage hand disappears. There's the little glooping sound. And an elderly voice, raspy and shaky, will speak out as if from deep in the well. Perhaps It's getting harder. The inspiring whisper. That seems to be. Yes, that seems to be what I see. It's a fascinating epitaph. And that sort of name, there's a name that drifts between a few different types of writing, such that you recognize a number of different scripts, but all will use. Is epitaph only when they die?
I can never remember which one's epitaph and which one's epithet.
That is the epitaph is the dead one.
Okay.
So the other one.
Nickname.
Mhm.
Yeah. Epithet. And you can hear a sort of grinding click resonate in the temple.
I think you opened a door.
So it would seem.
Hmm.
And the small amount of magic in that was enough for it to register something about me.
Who here runs swiftly, by any chance?
I can move quickly when the need is there.
I think I'd like to have the one that can actually read this hanging around. Robert was your name, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind going back and checking that hallway we passed on the way in? The one with the locked grate.
What in particular do you want me to check?
Well, just see if it's opened.
All
If I
right.
can feel the click through my boots, then it moved something.
I fly over and take a look.
Yeah, you could see that sort of spiraling down one of the rods is a faintly glowing sort of line.
And there are 6 rods in total.
Oh my goodness! Who would have thought?
Oh my goodness! Like, no, actually, there's 14 rods.
Does anyone have any ink?
75.
What? Does anyone have
Does
what?
anyone have any ink? Kander will ask.
Aye.
Yeah.
I have a way to write.
Because I have an empty scroll case that I hope is waterproof. We heard a voice. I'm wondering if we can communicate to them and offer some assistance. Because we have someone that speaks the language. So if we write out a message, and I'll climb it down there and we'll see what happens.
I don't. It's definitely not a terrible idea. It doesn't seem. Was there anything that I could sense from my mage hand being down there?
When your mage hand sort of glooped, the magic that was sustaining it sort of just dissipated into the well.
Oh dear. Do we know how far down it got?
Not very.
Okay. Like
Within-
reachable from a
Like
standing
reachable from standing at the
Like,
edge of.
if I took a scroll case and shoved it below that line, could I do that from
Yep,
up here?
you could
I-
definitely
I
do
would-
that.
I would like to try to do that.
Okay.
But, I would like us to write out a little
Yeah.
Can we help you in some way? This is a ruin currently. It's, today's date. That kind of thing.
Yeah. So you do that scroll case. I'm assuming you particularly
Oh, yeah.
are glooping that hand.
I will.
Not
I will
really
try to
stick that
maintain
down there?
contact with it. Like I'll
Huh?
try to hold. I'll try to hold it and push
Yeah.
it down below
You
where the
hold
mage hand
it.
disappears.
You have a firm grasp on it.
Mhm.
You feel sort of a very light pull that seems to draw like a minor amount of magical energy out of your body. And same question to
Oh.
Candor.
And is this a true thing, or is this how Candor would view himself, or?
That is up to you. It could be something you aspire to. It could be,
I mean, his title currently is aspirant, so probably the aspiring shield.
Okay. There is, another cough and an aspiring shield. So far, so good. But there is no like pull or, anything that seemed to indicate that somebody is trying to take a scroll case from you.
If I pull back up, does the scroll case come with me?
Yep, still there.
All right.
And there doesn't seem to be like residue or anything on you.
I think we just need to make contact with the well. And I will return. I will turn the paper to whoever provided the paper and keep my empty scroll case.
I will hold up a.
Yeah, as before, there is a click and a grind. If somebody went and checked, there is a second line on a second bar.
Mhm.
Well, I start tugging on a glove, I suppose. This is how it's going to go. I will bear a horribly scarred hand and stick it in the well.
All right. So, Magnus.
The shadow.
Yes, what would you be called?
Grumpy old man.
Black Moon.
Ooh.
Black Moon.
There's no back in those trousers, is there?
Black Moon. A fascinating tale, to be sure. And another click, and
Well, Happy, Owain, and Emeralds. I believe it's time for y'all to take a little dip of faith, if you will.
Wayne will reach out a hand. He'll pull out the one that has a signet ring on it and reach into the well.
hooray, my dryer isn't broken.
Mm.
It made a big noise earlier.
Off
All right,
on a
what
word.
about you, Owain?
What I'm seeing here would be something you would get probably the Lost Hunter.
Lost or last?
Lost.
He doesn't know he's the last yet.
The Lost Hunter. Hold on a moment. Fascinating. I see it did not affect all of us the same.
Mm-hmm.
Owain, would you like to make a wisdom? Wisdom
Saving throw?
So yeah, a saving throw or not.
Ooh.
So how resistant to whatever's about to happen to you is Owain?
I mean, there's a correct answer, and there's a correct answer.
Yep.
Yep, and they are not the same answer. But the correct answer I will choose here will be to not fail, or not to not roll the dice and let it happen.
All right. So, Owain, you leave your hand in despite a slight increase in the tug upon your magic.
Tugging gloves back on. This looks the same.
And before your eyes flashes a series of images. Your goddess, resplendent, in the form that you recognize from your days long past. And then, where is my... I always lose the right page of notes. Here we go. And then a woman with similar features standing upon a battlefield, sword raised in victory. A woman, similar features again, standing with a scepter at the right hand of some lord or another, which you are not entirely sure, but she seems to be attending to him. And again, a woman with similar features, hammer raised, striking down upon an anvil as she creates some work of metal. Those images are seared upon your mind, and for the first time in many months, you feel just the tingle of that connection. Although it is frayed, does not seem to hold fast to a single location, does hold nonetheless.
Mm.
And then it releases you, and you are back where you stood.
Can we tell that something different happened to him, or from our perspective, is it just hand in, hand out?
Pretty much identical.
Okay.
You heard the same, words and click. There was no extra time for you or anything like that.
Okay.
Owain will definitely be shaken, but unless someone wants to roll insight, will be making an effort to not visibly show any change.
The elf is shaken, but not stirred.
Does a 16
Go
check
ahead
you
and
out?
roll your deception.
Yep.
If other people want to roll insight,
Very much so.
Probably not. What is my deception? Just my charisma. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
23. So
Keep your secrets.
Only the old man knows.
So yes,
the old man isn't telling. So
The old man doesn't give a shit.
But he's aware that there's a difference. Emerald and Robert, are you going to participate?
will you engage with the plot hook?
I think if we want the door to open, we should all put a hand in the well.
I'm not a huge fan of railroading, so I think about choices ahead of time. So you are not required to. It is not going to ruin things.
Double check something.
While that's happening, I'll without taking his eyes off the rest of the party, kind of puts his hand in and then pulls it out.
And what are we going to hear of your name?
The resentful hunger.
Oh no! That's a name.
So you guys all hear, the coughing and a resentful hunger.
Mm. Emerald, would you like to touch the magic nothingness?
I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts and see if anything weird is happening in their thoughts after they stick their hands in.
You're going to focus on the surface thoughts of your party members.
Right.
Yeah.
With my one a day.
Yeah. So, if I am incorrect, feel free to say so, but most of you are probably thinking about the names that have been spoken out. Is this Githzerai gonna join in? Jeremiah's probably got some.
Yeah, Owain's not thinking about that right now.
Yeah.
About what?
Owain's probably like, oh, this is kind of crazy. My God, I'm connected to my goddess again, but she's kind of broken. Like,
and Candor is more concerned with, is asking her to do this like an insult? Am I offending the newcomer to this plane of existence? I sure hope not.
Yeah. Let me double check exactly how this spell works here again.
Robert's trying to remember when lunch was supposed to be. We agreed 2 hours from now.
So you can sense the spell allows you to sense creatures around, and then focus in on them. You sense, and if you shall choose, are free to focus on the well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's probably thinking, haha, I can't believe they all fell for it.
Yeah, I will do that. I will move my psionic probe toward the well.
And you hear very clearly,
Did you
you
hear?
have nothing to fear, child of chaos. I will not resist if you choose to investigate.
Did you hear? She probes on the first date.
I will. Let's see. First, I will use my mage hand, but it doesn't look like the other mage hands because it's invisible.
Okay.
It just looks like she's thinking really hard.
Yeah.
Does the thing happen with my version of it?
Yeah. If you
Cool.
push the invisible mage hand into the well, it will trigger the same effect. What would your name be?
Let's see. I'm trying to think the exact phrasing of it.
Yeah.
Or I guess, yeah, it would be like one who knows themselves.
Ooh.
You the Githzerai here focuses intensely at the well, and the very similar thing to the rest of you happens, despite his lack of contact with the well. And you hear echoing, not verbally, but in your minds, the same responsive name, one who knows themselves. Yeah, you can sense if you push deeper with your detect thoughts that this is basically nothing more than an echo of some mental pattern that even now is starting to sort of drift and break up.
So it's not even a full creature, it's just like sort of the psychic
like a
remainder of a person.
A memory of one.
Yeah. And you're very confident in that assessment. And then there's another click and a grinding noise. And then a longer as you hear more metal grinding on stone.
It's just a memory. There's no one there.
Oh God, guys!
But it's
Look out!
It's
The
doing
ceiling's
something.
coming down.
We've had some sort of effect.
Just a memory. But he spoke.
Yes, the words of an echo.
A recorded presence?
Perhaps recorded, or perhaps simply all that remains of a mind.
It's too much of this place. It's only remains and corpses. I'm going to try putting my hand back in the well.
So you reach into the well, and as you do, your fingers sort of brush along like just a curved stone bowl, and that like disparate depth is just not there anymore.
Can I, because this is how I try to interact with things. Let me see here. Lay on hands can only target a creature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to target the bowl anyway.
Try to target the bowl anyway.
Can I put some juice in the bowl?
Yeah. How much juice do you have available?
I have 5 juice available.
5 juice available.
I will.
How much juice do you plan on?
I mean, no one. I don't think anyone's hurt. So I'll put 5 juice in the bowl.
All right. So you feel sort of the effort that you put into and the magical energy does sink into the bowl. And before you lose track of it, it seems to sort of drift in the southeasterly direction.
The worst fucking overtime of my goddamn life.
Oh, someone's having a time.
Sharks versus wilds. Wife is watching the game.
Overtime in that way, okay.
Yes. The Sharks just won in overtime.
Aha. Well, southeast is also where the door is.
Mm-hmm.
Kendra will sort of rub a palm over the bowl and then sort of jog towards the southeast.
Yeah.
So
As
we've chatted with
you
a
guys
memory.
head in that direction, you make obvious note that the gateway to the left hand, I guess you're coming down, so now you're right hand, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, this one.
The west hand.
The west hand is open and available. There is a large stone sort of box at the end, very intricately carved. You can see a number of different images of what looks like the same goddess figure. In one part, she is connecting gears together. In another image, she is sort of putting together leather strips of a bridle. You could see like images of horses in the background. And then in the last section, you see her working wood into the shape of a bow. And yeah, the most elaborate mimic you've ever seen. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna touch the box.
Yeah, you
I
can.
don't want to open the box because this feels like an Owain thing, but I want to touch the box.
Yeah, you can touch the box. You can sort of feel sort of a reminiscent energy from the bowl. It does not feel like your lay on hands bit, but from that like that feeling of like just that little bit of connection when you initially touched your hand to the bowl.
I don't understand what this is, so I'll get out of the way. But I feel good about this. Does someone smarter than me want to interact with this?
Well, if it's smart, we'll ask the librarian here. Honored keeper of texts.
I like how we have a wizard, and we keep saying, "Oh, smart, the warlock." The warlock's the one we want for the smart things. Or maybe he's not a wizard. I don't really know what he is. But yeah, the librarian.
I
I
suppose.
say, Elf, if there's any language on that thing, would you mind translating? And of course, we're in your house, so if you're going to open it, be the one to do it.
Yeah, there's looking over the thing, you can see that above the images on the lid is a stretch of text that initially was in that ancient Elven dialect, but as each of your gazes is drawn to it, whatever your sort of what's the first tongue? Is that the right word that people use?
Mother
Mother
tongue.
tongue, whatever you want to call it. It will
I hear that too.
that way to you, and will be the chest is labeled "Gifts for the Chosen." And then as you sort of stand there and watch, the word chosen will like cycle to gifts for the foreseen, gifts for the hunted.
Hunted?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Gifts for heroes. And there are, a few synonyms that pop up to in some of your languages.
How interesting. Owain will reach over and open the box.
Yeah. Inside the box, form like when you buy something with modern stuff, they come in like the form-fitting packaging that's inside the box. It's like perfect for the shape.
Shrink wrapped.
There are 6 various like amorphous shaped sort of metal globules. And you can see written on each one is the name that was spoken from the well.
Hmm.
I mean,
Gawain will take his and step aside for the others.
Gander will take his.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
As you take up your article, you feel the tug that you recognize as attunement.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, this is a very strange All Saints Day to me.
I feel like an hour has passed in the blink of an eye.
Another bubble.
Ah! Fey trickery.
And let's see. Yeah. And you feel very quickly a sense of potentiality, as well as you suddenly notice what you hadn't before, that their little hairs on the back of your neck aren't standing on end anymore. And you could tell that, at least in part, these objects have rendered you under the spell non-detection.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. I don't.
Other than,
That worries me.
other than that, it seems like they do not do anything in particular beyond this feeling of potentiality.
Potential metal glob of non-detection.
The greatest magic item.
Attuned. Is it like silly? Is it like silly putty? Like, can I play with it a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, if you consciously attempt to shape it,
Hmm.
it will shape. It's only a globule about this big, but it will sort of form in your fingers.
Does that depend on like my physical dexterity, or is it just what I'm thinking of?
It seems to just be like, you shape it and can keep adjusting, and so yeah, there is some skill involved in sort of precision. If you tried to make something precise, but it holds shape when you stop. So like, given time, you could work towards precision no matter how poor maybe your technique might be. Yeah.
Interesting.
Plus one fidget toy.
I just like lift it in front of me and create different polygon shape, like with my invisible hand.
Yeah.
I just create different like 3-dimensional shapes. It's like, this I understand. This reminds me of home. Can make anything.
Yes, it does feel very reminiscent of your natural environment.
Your home is amorphous?
Yes, precisely. Well, not the part I lived in, but we were surrounded by it at all times. The chaos, the potentiality.
That sounds stressful.
It takes work. That much is true.
Well, if your home is accustomed to work, you will fit right in on this plane of existence.
Well, the type of work is mental, though we keep our bodies trained as well.
I know less about mental work.
It takes getting used to.
You are an accomplished mind worker?
in a different way.
Well, we all seem to have been chosen for something. Does anyone have any idea what that might be?
Well, if someone or something chose us, it's not just going to sit around and wait to tell us why. Or if it does, then our lives will be no different. So either it will show itself and say what it wants, or we can go on as if nothing happened.
Since you are, even those of you who are unaware of exactly what like non-detection and the spell is, are aware enough of sort of the particulars of what has happened, to understand what it is doing for you. A few of you may have things that jump to your mind about who may or may not be the type of people to be looking
Let's
for
see.
you.
Okay, non-detection just makes divination not work on you effectively.
Correct.
Is detect thoughts a divination spell?
Yes.
Potentially. Yeah, I assume so.
Sounds like a divination-y kind of
Good
thing.
thing I cast it before we
Oh
got
yeah, but
these.
no, I'm just like this is gonna. Yeah, it is a divination spell. So that your ability to trust us may be diminished somewhat.
Well, that's okay.
Oh no, the horror.
I'm gonna go back to the bowl.
Okay.
And Gander's just gonna spend a few minutes until someone has something better to do, just like putting the metal thing in the bowl, like trying to revive the bowl, because it's we had to watch these priests like age and die in front of our eyes as this temple reformed. Candor is not like super okay with all of this. So the bowl was the last thing to talk to him. Everything else here has been dead or evil in his brain. So he's just going to spend some time trying to fix the bowl, and it's not going to work, but he's going to do his best.
Mm-hmm.
Silver Shield, what are you doing?
There was something here. Emerald said it was an echo or a memory of something, but it could speak and it could sort of sense us in some way. So it seems like it was alive. And I haven't saved anything else here. So I'm trying.
I think maybe the best thing you can do is let that memory go. It's a bit cruel to try and keep it in this, wouldn't you say?
It was here.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was. It was. And now it's either gone somewhere else, or kind of hold up the amorphous silvery metal bracelet that he's now wearing. We're carrying what it was out of here, and maybe show it a bit of the world. I don't know.
We have to collect more information before we can really understand, I think.
At this point, it's either gone or it's going for a walk. Quite frankly, I prefer to think that it's going for a walk. So don't beat yourself up in a temple that's finally empty.
That's not what temples are for. Temples are for the living. Temples are meant to be filled. There's places of faith and recuperation and they're important to people, and the people this was important to are buried outside.
They're gone.
It's sad,
It is. It's very sad.
and I can't fix that.
No,
Doesn't that drive you a little mad?
no. Because sometimes it's okay to be sad. In fact, sometimes being sad's all you can do. So come on. We'll be sad. I think Owain would like you to be sad with him. You seem like the kind of guy who'd be nice to be sad with. I'm not. That's not what I'm for. But you can do that.
Seems like you're doing just fine right now. Why don't you think you'd be good for that?
I'm doing this because I'm trying to keep you useful.
I don't know that I believe that's fully true.
Believe what you will.
I will believe as best of you as I can. Black Moon. Owain? How are you?
Changed and the same.
Is that good?
His head will kind of tilt to the side in thought for a moment. I don't know yet. But we have done what we have came here for, and it does not seem as though there's anything else we can do here. The presence has been driven out, at least for now.
Did your people sing?
Oh, yes. We had many songs that we would sing, some for festivals, others, well, they were more for fun.
Did you have songs for farewell?
We had songs for grieving, songs for saying goodbye, for long journeys.
Those are the songs my people had. The old farewells. And I feel this place deserves an old farewell. And Candor will start to try to sing, and he's not proficient in performance, but he's gonna do his best to sing like an old orcish song of the lead about following the sky where it goes, but leaving the prince behind.
Magnus will regret everything, but say nothing.
I don't know that. It sounds like you're ready to leave.
Oh. Yeah, you should regret that. That singing does not go well.
Does anyone have any particular idea as to why we were called here? Exactly when the bubble would break?
Well, we think of time or traveling through it as leaving somewhere and arriving somewhere, but it's more just always happening. I think we were foreseen, or our actions, us being here is why we were chosen. Not that our timing is just perfect, that the changes we made are what caused us to be chosen, or what caused this to be true.
Yes, but each of us had our presence requested.
There is someone who knows more than we do.
When I first found the need to study, rather than make a living of my hands, one of the things that was talked about was time. And we all talk about time moving forward, like a river. And when you're in the river, you can't see where it's going. The thing is, what this is here is like an eddy. Something's been trapped, spun round. And because we weren't in that, we could see it. If you think about it, someone who could get out and look at the whole river, where it came from and where it's going, they might see us. I don't know. When you start talking about time, things get a bit wibbly wobbly.
Robert will fold a piece of paper and then take like a little pencil and stick it through.
Kander will pull out the paperwork that his exploding glass and brass tube sent him, and just read that over again. Is there any indication of what's going on with all that?
With what?
With because we had those exploding glass and brass and wooden things that had some paperwork in them, as I recall. Yeah. Is there anything in that indicates who sent it?
Make an investigation check.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a natural 1. And my investigation is +1, so that's a 2.
I mean, yours in particular, let me look back at who got what stuff. Yours and Crystal's.
Specifically like from the Silver Shields, right?
Yeah, seem like straight up normal documents. So some bureaucrat, if you went home back to one of the things, you could probably look up their like number and get their file, but
I mean, I could go back to the Oathhold and find out who sent this, but I mean, it all looks fairly. Did you all not get
Emerald? Your anybody can, if they want to take a closer look at their documents, can make an investigation check.
Oh, I looked at them before, but we'll take a look again. See if anything more interesting pops up. Not a chance in hell.
All right.
I got a dirty 20.
So
does everyone have their documents on them?
I do.
Definitely.
Dirty 20. Something you did not notice before, Emerald. The handwriting is very similar to your mentor. But there is like something uncanny about it. You can't put your finger on.
Like looking at a font made from his handwriting, maybe, or something like that. It's like too perfect.
The auto pen is being used.
I would. May I compare these? Would you all mind me looking at your papers?
Papers? Oh, yeah, papers! Kander will hand over his papers.
You are welcome to make an investigation check at advantage.
Ooh.
Because you have more documents to work with all at once.
All right. My passive is 21. Let's see if I can do better. Which
Two
is
chances to roll.
I have to roll above 15 to beat it because
Sure,
I
that
have the
is-
+5.
You are
No.
passively buffed.
Dirty 20.
Or
Yeah,
21 if we take the passive.
Yep.
Yeah, so you look over this stuff, and you can tell, although they are all in different formats and styles. There's like scientific notes and bureaucratic documents and like ledger sheets and that kind of thing that are all obviously in different handwriting styles and that kind of thing. There is a definite similarity to all of these documents that you would guess means that they were written by the same person. But you would guess that they would probably have to have some sort of reference material. You don't know whether that is original documents or if they just got a bunch of different people's handwriting and tried to make each document look like it was different.
Yeah.
Now, when you corroborate, if Emerald, would you be sharing the fact that it does look like your mentors?
Yeah.
That would seem to indicate that at least that one was an original document that was recreated. And it seems, you certainly could make the speculation that there were more original documents copied out by somebody before they were sent. But this is like a range of documents from a range of cities, and areas across the central continent. It's not the entire continent, but
somebody worked very hard on this.
Someone had a lot of access and knew how to forge.
And knew
Kinda
what would cause each of us to come here.
Had an understanding of the motivating factors for each individual they were attempting to bring. Yes. It's a good thing nothing so far seems to be bringing us to nefarious purposes, at least so far. Unless there's something else to these that we haven't been able to figure out yet, as she looks down at the bracelet.
Which bracelet?
The items that we all got.
Oh, the amorphous metal that you could have made into a bracelet?
Yes.
I must have missed you made it into a bracelet bit. That's why I was confused.
Miles did.
I heard someone else reference bracelet, and I had missed the.
No, that's totally fine. They're easy to do that with. On your person, wherever they're going to be attuned to you. So.
Well,
unless you decided to, take the time to break that attunement.
So, sorry, you're telling me this documentation is not actually from the Silver Shields?
Well, either
Unless
that
they have
or the
somebody
Silver
who-
Shields faked faked it for all the rest of us, but it does. What you're saying does seem likely.
Yes. And
Well-
if they were looking to get this particular group of people together, I'd wonder why.
But
What are the skill sets that each of us would bring to an endeavor that they might need?
mine came with a chest that seemed to be associated with Argentius himself.
It seems that we could investigate these by first looking to see if this documentation does indeed come from your order. At least
Yes,
ours.
but I agree. Let's see if we can find the particular scribe, and supposedly has to do with this documentation, and see what they have to say for themselves. I don't really believe the Silver Shields would mock up a document to try to fool someone into helping. So there's got to be something more going on here.
Yes, and if they didn't send it, they should also know.
Yeah.
This seems to be a better lead than anything else we have.
Especially since I gave them the chest that came with my note, and if that was some sort of nefarious forgery, that could be a problem.
Yes. Is there, as I was looking over these notes, do any of them have any further direction than come to this place, go this direction?
I will remind you of the various contents.
Thank you.
You have a sort of sheaf of papers labeled Experiment 16, Planar Energies and Their Effects on Temporal Fragments.
Okay.
Which is a description of
what we ran into.
Planar energy and temporal bubbles and stuff, with a note at the end that says this time and place for a follow-up. I'm probably going to be able to get more information here. But obviously the person that wrote this didn't come here for a follow-up.
Unless it's one of us.
And then you have buildup of planar energies detected in place, which is the Silver Shield with the FI -T-623-14, with a request for investigator with the time and place. Then you have a Silver Shield job offering that has appended documents about Silver Shield's sanctuary and extradition policies.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that particular document, there's a page torn from a ledger showing shipments from Trentoria to the Sweet Tooth Guild. And Robert Happy's name is scribbled in the margin. You have a second copy of the same Silver Shield document. You've been told that came with a box of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
That was labeled as property of the guild founder. And then Magnus got some notes next to with a number of names that he is welcome to share or not share what those names mean. He did not recognize all of them, but it also included the same job offer as Robert Happy's. And then Owain got a letter with that oddly amorphous holy symbol in an ancient dialect, basically saying that he should make pilgrimage here again, like he did when he was young.
Like you did when you were. So this is someone who knew things about you from before you came here. And someone who knows about Emerald's people, and someone who knows about some sort of billing issue having to do with Robert. And some mysterious names to do with Mac. This is a lot of information about each of us for one third party to have.
Unless it was very strategically gotten information.
Oh, even so,
Even so, it's quite a bit to dig into, yes.
I can hardly imagine anyone alive today who would know where I have been in the past.
Yes.
Is your connection to Athena known by anyone else?
Well,
Because it could have been an educated guess.
so the members of my lineage, it's strange to call them family. They are still strangers to me. But my family line is one that still exists. I have 16 of them. They now know who I was, and I've been reasonably helpful in trying to figure out what to do next. But the family themselves has had no connection since all this began. So they are aware I had a connection. It wasn't something I kept secret. But I can't imagine what they would have to do with any of you in particular.
Yes.
Well, mate, your grandchildren are older than you at this point, so it's your lineage, your descendants. Probably not a solid lead there on who wrote all of these.
I was more trying to think of if someone could have extrapolated the fact that he may have pilgrimed here before, rather than having direct knowledge of it from his time.
Well, so if we look at them, we got two. There are two themes that go through multiple ones. The Silver Shields and the Sweet Tooth Guilds. I don't know rightly what the Sweet Tooth Guild have to do with me.
I'm going to kind of lean over to Elise. What's the Sweet Tooth Guild?
Do I know?
Do any of us know?
You are welcome to make. I think the closest we probably get is history checks.
16.
22.
That's 16.
History. Where'd it go? Okay. 21. That high-end score is useful for something.
Well, useful for being intelligent.
Open up my other note document here.
We've reached the second document.
All right, so anybody that got over 15 would
Yeah.
know that the Sweet Tooth Guild, they operate out of what's that big underground crime city?
Crater City.
Crater, that's it. Operate out of Crater City. You know that, so you know they're a crime group. Those of you got over 20 know that they do money laundering stuff for other criminal enterprises. So
The
they're
Smith
like,
thinkers of the criminal world.
yeah, they're like subcontractors. What was the highest somebody got?
22.
22. Yeah, that's there are certainly always, you know, rumors that surround any, you know, crime family these days, especially with, you know, the history, you know, oh, is there, you know, a dragon that like forms the backbone of this society like has happened in the past? You know, what, you know, how do they operate? What's their end goal? Is it just about the money? You know,
Why are they called the Sweet Tooth Guild?
Perhaps their teeth are full of sugar.
Seems bad for their teeth.
Yes.
When you're dealing with criminals, most of them name their stuff after things that make no sense. They call it the Orcish Mafia. All of the bigwigs are goblins.
Well, I suppose the goblin is shorter, so it would need a larger wig to make up the difference. Is that what you mean?
I can tell I'm going to have to be more literal when I speak to you. People in charge tend to be goblins.
Ah. So you call the people in charge ones who have large wigs?
That sometimes.
Aye, it's just a idiom, little phrase.
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
And the notes that reference the Sweet Tooth Guild, that also references Robert? Is that right?
his name is scribbled in the margins.
Robert, do you know anything about this?
What could be happening there? Goodness. No idea. Crazy. I mean, anybody who would work for such an organization, I mean, probably would never admit that they're associated with such a group.
No.
Does the 24 insight tell me that you're
You want to
telling
roll
the truth?
deception?
I would like to
Rumor once that they might operate out of sweet shops and bakeries and stuff like
Ah, that would make sense.
that. I don't know.
What did you say, Tom?
What am I rolling? Or
Deception?
okay.
Because you have two different 24s looking down the barrel at you right now.
Right. Natural one.
Nice.
It is pretty obvious to just about everybody that
You like
Robert
dabs-
is not happy about the direction of the conversation and probably knows more than he's letting on.
He like dabs his head with a like handkerchief, and it's for like a bakery.
It's definitely a Key and Peele sketch. Stress, sweat just pouring off of you.
Now, what could be happening there?
Candor will go through the like extradition policy stuff from the Silver Shields and just hand that piece of paper to Robert.
All
You
gonna
can-
be the cool.
If you'd like to tell me at some point, there are other ways and other paths that you could be taking.
So Magnus will light a pipe. Just kind of glance over. I think perhaps you're thinking quite clearly. Someone who was in the Sweet Tooth Guild never admit to that. Just like someone who mayhap was in the Dwarvish Yakuza wouldn't confess to a similar kind of predicaments.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. The past is the past, and the whole point of the Silver Shields, parole's the wrong word, but the whole reason that we accept folk from all walks of life that are willing to work towards a better goal than they have been working previously, so that it doesn't. There's no need to keep that a secret.
I'm just, suggesting maybe if you knew a hypothetical person, Robert, who might have had a connection, however tenuous, maybe you'd know what he would have told you could have been said.
Well, hypothetically, I mean, I've heard of story of some watchman out there who was wrongly accused of money laundering, which caused him to have quite a bit of frustration. Which, especially since it wasn't true that he had done money laundering, so then kind of ironically he got a job working for an organization doing that, but also not directly doing it, but just kind of making money that way, but also not making a lot of money. But what he knows about this organization, maybe it's an organization, maybe it's just a book club, is that they typically move money around for different organizations throughout different cities. Typically, they utilize sort of smaller deliveries of sort of smaller goods, which typically are food or those kind of items that don't, get less of an inspection. Sort of you see like the inspector going down the line and kind of cutting up different things and then getting to like this very fine pastry and then not, sending it through and not getting the full inspection. But they're not directly, it's like their hands are in a lot of different pots.
I have a sudden mental image of those chocolate coins that would come wrapped in like gold foil, just real gold in a pile of those.
Yeah. You see, like, and that's why like the couriers are like barbarians. It's like you see him just like, oh yeah, it's just candy. It's nothing. His like arms are just like it's nothing. Like he's just like swinging it.
It just bites through one.
Yeah, delicious.
Oh, see, that's useful. See, your hypothetical friend has already helped us out.
But why would money launderers have anything to do with a time bubble and a temple to Athena? It's very odd.
Welcome to life dealing with the Fae.
That life I know very well already. But
it's something that I sort of comes into my head is that we've got all these different groups being represented very accurately, which is kind of giving us different clues to who that might be based on connections, when it really could be, and I mean it could be one of them, but all could be red herrings, and it could be just the one thing that's not related to this that's mimicking all of these connections for us. The big unknown.
all could be one big Fey trick.
How many people have denied old ladies entry in a stormy night? Sort of looking around. Anybody?
Why would anyone do such a thing?
No.
If an old lady comes knocking on the door around near me, she's not a nice little old lady.
But she's still someone in need of shelter.
She's a mean, big young woman.
Best way to put it, if you open the door after dark, what happens to you is probably your own fault at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a nice place to live.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a place in need of some investment.
Victim blaming doesn't benefit society.
Well, so I should probably report all this back to the Silver Shields anyway. And if any hypothetical people wanted to take advantage and sort of join up and receive some protection from the authorities, we could take care of that in a more official capacity at the nearest Oathhold. I think it was a few days wagon ride.
Mm-hmm.
So my vote would be to go back to my Oathhold, talk to the Oath Guide, see what someone wiser than me has to say about it.
Travel together for a time and see if there is a literal paper trail or if this is someone entirely outside of the easiest paper trail to follow.
Mm.
Yes, as you say, this is the easiest portion.
Unless, of course, you said yours purport to come from your mentor, Emerald? Is that someone that you have easy access to?
To access my mentor, one would need to know the spell called Speak with the Dead, I believe.
I see. Not very forthcoming, then. So the Oathhold.
As you wrap your conversation, there is a flutter of wings above the courtyard that you stand in. And you catch a brief glimpse of a shadow that flies overhead in the direction of where you entered the clearing that the temple stood.
Well, let's follow that ominous shadow.
On the bench where you watched an old man wither away is perched a gosh is perched a stark white owl.
Now, I'm a city fella. They're not supposed to be quite that white, are they? Certainly not this far east.
Do I know, about owls?
Making a guess here for you woodlandy types.
I
As
beg
you
your
walk,
pardon.
Oh,
it turns and makes eye contact with Candor, and will hop and skip and sort of flutter and land on the newest grave dug in the cemetery. At which point you will notice the rest of the small number of graves to have stark white owls perched upon them. And they will, stand for a moment. Candor, is there something you would like to do?
Do I know that owls are associated with Athena?
Yeah, you would. That's relatively like Athena owl. Like that's like pretty standard.
Okay.
I have 4 jacks.
And you also would pretty easily recognize the southeasterly direction from earlier with your lay on hands.
Oh, I thought that just went to the chest. I will
And
Oh,
the largest one, a light that has lit on the newest grave, will sort of keep eye contact with you. And as the others behind it sort of wing away, one after another, he will pause a beat longer than the rest before he too sort of goes off.
I take comfort in this.
Your comfort lasts
Oh,
a few moments. Let's see.
your comfort lasts until a
Here
22
is
hits your armor.
Andor's. There is the Candor hears the slight flap of draconic, what he recognizes as draconic wings, small ones, like he uses in his shield. Magnus, the sound of splintering bones being knit back together, not quite right. Owain, the swish of robes upon a stone floor. Emerald, the chaotic crackle of planar energy. Elise, a stirring of book pages in the wind. And Robert, a sound like leaves in the wind as well. You all recognize the sound very quickly as the one you heard before you received your
The mysterious object.
Yeah.
And it seems to sort of echo harshly from within the ruins of the town ahead.
That seems like it needs attention to.
Yes. Candor will set out at a run.
Okay. Give me a moment to gather up everybody's tokens.
It wasn't for the harshly in the description of that. I might set out at a walk, but harshly has me concerned.
I'll draw my sword.
Even Magnus will limp as fast as he possibly can.
Is the town also in that same direction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me do. All right, I will pull you over here. I darkened some of the area, not because it's necessarily dark, but I want to give you a chance to sort of set up your movement order.
We're moving from.
You're moving away
north
from the
to south?
temple, through the woods, which also contains the ruins of this town, and down that main street back towards the village.
Oh, is this the street?
Yep,
This
that
sort
that
Wow.
line in the center, the dirt line in the center is the street. The stone you see is the what you call it, sides of buildings and such. All right. So is everybody about where you think you'd be in terms of speed here, and running / flying and hobbling order?
Yep,
I would
sounds about
probably
right.
be trying to stay.
As
moderate.
I'm walking down as fast as I can, I will tug at my lapels, and there'll be a brief shimmer across my chest as I will cast a spell.
Ooh.
Ooh.
As we are moving,
What
Wayne
are we
will kind of hold up the
Nature.
back of the group, but also will use his Mask of the Wild to kind of melt into the background around.
Okay.
Whatever the opposite of melting into the background is what Candor is doing. He is running full tilt as fast as he can.
So it sounds like two of you are attempting to be stealthy about it. So if you guys could roll, I think that's Owain and Elise. So if you can roll your.
I will absolutely attempt to be stealthy with that.
Okay.
I'll give it
Yeah,
a go.
same, I guess.
Yeah, anybody that wants to be a bit more stealthy about
Oh.
it can.
Cool. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is that I'm unseen by most things, but several other party members are being very loud.
What did you roll?
For a total of 2.
I rolled a 19.
A
Magnus
19
pull.
total. Owain?
19 total.
Okay. Sounds
21
good.
total
Okay.
for Magnus.
Okay. Now I will go ahead and reveal the whole page for you, and you can decide what we do from here.
What is this? Oh, fuck.
Ah, god damn it.
I'm not slowing
Sitting-
down.
Sitting in the road, in front, directly in your path, shuffling a deck of cards that is the thing that seems to be causing this unpleasant noise, is a top-hatted creature of some kind. And although not overly tall, he gives the sense of great height.
Does he appear to be fey in nature?
Absolutely.
I charge this man.
All right. So let's go ahead and roll some initiative here.
I did not realize I hated fey so much until I started to see them.
All right. Give it a second.
This isn't... I don't recognize this one, do I?
No.
Okay, good.
Is the thing not popping up?
I do not see it.
Let's see if I can try it again.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
The table has initiative.
I just grabbed everything.
Yeah,
So
that's funny.
delete table, delete that. Oh, and everybody's on here twice again.
What's yours?
It'll.
I mean,
the
I
weird
only
thing-
saw it once.
The
so-
weird thing about the turnover is it will.
Yeah.
If you're the GM, it will show
Yeah.
you the other pages
Gotcha.
initiative
okay.
orders.
So
but
I've
we
I've
will
deleted
only,
stuff and put you back on there again.
Mm-hmm.
we will only see stuff from this page. So usually when you see
Okay.
double, we'll only see one.
Yep.
See, maybe we should. Never mind. Let the lad figure it out.
Lad is not intelligent. The lad sees a threat to the people around. Not just y'all, but also the town.
All right. So, there you guys see shuffling card wielding Fae in the center of the path.
Just to clarify, this is the path we traveled along to get here, right?
Yep, just sort of you're just going back the way you came.
Mm-hmm.
So you're semi familiar with sort of the layout. You passed some squirrels being weird on the way in and that kind of thing. So all right. He will he is shuffling in a very fancy, like, in and out, and like sometimes he'll bridge over his head and like in and out of like little like portal things, so they like appear and disappear. It's a very skillful act. Candor, can you go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw?
That's a 17.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a 2!
Oh, then no, I can't. That's a 3.
Is that would that count as a spell being cast?
The thing that he's doing right now is not a spell.
Okay.
Ooh. I fail.
He will sort of pause for a moment, and then and the cards will spray out in your direction. And you will take
27
damage. 7 force damage.
Okay.
And some of the cards seem to stick to your body and stop in space, such that you do not seem to be able to continue your movement forward. Now, that seems quite sudden for a first meeting. You went and hid from me, after all. I wouldn't have had to come all this way if you hadn't been so rude. Now, couldn't we just sit down and play a game? Or if you would prefer, and he, as he's shuffling the cards, you see a few of them are daggers that flip through. It doesn't seem to be, where they are and where they aren't. And then it is Candor's turn.
All right. We're still on initiative.
Decisions.
The last time I played a game with one of your kind, I lost a very dear friend.
So something you would prefer to win back. See, the stakes are heavy already.
No good can come of this. I can't move. I'm assuming I can't grab a javelin and chuck it at him either. So I will.
Correct. You are considered having a restrained condition. Actually, restrained allows for attack rolls at disadvantage.
I think rather than do that, because I, as a player, understand what we are meant to engage with here, is that Candor will spend his turn straining against the cards and trying to force his way closer.
Yep. At the end of your turn, you do get a check to escape.
Dexterity?
Yep, same thing. Dexterity.
I stay in place, because that's an 11.
Right. You try to shift and strain, but the cards are very stuck. They're in the perfect spots to stop you. Miss Waybrind. Waybrind or Waybrand?
Waybrand.
The Berenstain Bears or the Berenstain Bears?
All right. What would you like to do?
It seems like these noises are coming from him, you said?
It seems that the shuffling of the cards is, just striking at some very specific memories in people. Some more, unpleasant than others, but...
And he's been watching us because he mentioned the whole, y'all hid from me, how rude, now that we're under non-detection. So this guy's clearly been watching us, and maybe... we don't know that he's responsible for the notes, but he's got some kind of surveillance going on us.
He knows something.
If you're trying to get us to sit at a game with you, we know nothing about you, and you seem to know a bit about us. That seems quite the disadvantage.
Ah, an exchange of names then. And he will gesture at the table, and opposite of him, the table will like lengthen somewhat, and chairs will, appear on the opposite side. Plenty for all.
Not an exchange. An understanding of what to call each other.
Ah, well, such things can come in many forms. How about you pick?
I pick what exactly?
You seem to require a name to label me. I would be happy to be labeled.
Dickie McPhee.
You're welcome to pause and think. If you don't necessarily have to do anything active on your turn. So
she'll come a little bit closer.
Okay.
But definitely is mostly focused on trying to understand some of what this guy's shtick is.
Yeah. As you walk forward, he will sort of stand up and gesture to one of the chairs, and he will bow, and there's still hands doing the card stuff, even though he's obviously using his hands to bow and whatnot. Robert.
Could I attempt to assist Candor?
Absolutely.
Just trying to pull the cards off, or
Absolutely.
all right.
Candor, would you prefer to make another check now, normally, or wait for the end of your next turn and do so at advantage?
I think the optimal decision would be to wait until the end of my next turn. The decision that Candor would make would be to try now.
Then go for it.
That is that's either a 13 or a 1.
Okay. Both of which will fail.
So it doesn't matter.
So yeah, you are trying, and it's almost as if there's extra, every once in a while he'll be like, nope, and toss another one in the direction that you found a gap.
As soon as Robert pries one off, another one appears somewhere else.
Owain.
So he's
as you decide what to do, please make me a perception check at advantage.
Oh, secrets.
with advantage. That is, I should really write in those numbers. That's +6, 21.
You do feel that newly formed sort of cord inside you that had been missing for so long. A slight tug, and notice a little ways further down the path, up in the branches of a tree, a large white owl is watching.
Momentous decisions.
Owain will break from cover.
Okay.
striding out.
You do notice that, like, there are 6 chairs at the opposite side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
So whether he was assuming or already was very much aware of your presence, you're not sure.
If he was watching us before we
yes, it was not that long ago.
right. Pulling out his own summons letter. There was no indication on the letter itself, right, to who it was from?
Your letter did not contain a signature, only the sealed with your holy symbol, and with that weird amorphous holy symbol in the package with it, which certainly gives you a reminder of not just that statue, but of these things that were in that chest, the amorphous nature of those objects.
I think my companions might be concerned. I've had in my time here, have had very little to do with the Fae and their dealings, but those I have been rather troublesome.
But of course,
What
seem
kind
to
of
lead
game
such
are you
dreary
proposing?
lives without spice.
What kind of game are you proposing? He says he will take out his own deck of cards and start shuffling them.
He will smile wide and say he knows all manner of games, but if we would like to keep it simple for our first meeting, high card tends to work well. But I am certainly open to suggestions.
Wayne, what are you doing?
Are you sitting down at the table?
Wayne, what are you doing?
And what are your terms? I believe is how it's often said now.
Well, stakes, the bet, the ante. Well, such things are the very soul of the game, are they not? We can discuss. Granted, if I have to fight for my life at the same time, it will be difficult. Are you going to do anything more active, or can we see what Magnus is up to?
We can see what Magnus is up to. I'm trying to get him to. He's trying to get him to lower his guard some to get him talking.
Oh, he seems genuinely interested in talking and playing.
Okay.
Like, he stopped Candor, but Candor was charging him like weapon, raised in. But that's like the most he's done. So, Magnus.
He's been very restrained.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So I will start by, stepping out of the bushes. I will be holding my notice that I got in my hand as I do so.
Ah, Mr. Darkanville.
Yes, though I would state that it is a poor host that doesn't introduce himself to his guests.
I would be happy to do so. It seemed that the young lady was interested in potentially labeling me herself. And before I had a chance with the pleasantries, another of your party decided to have things go in a different direction. But if we can be civil,
If I can I roll an insight check while this conversation is going on to see how much strain it's taking him to restrain Candor, and if it's like, is this a parlor trick to him? Is this
so he you can go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana? Okay.
Yeah.
Might get some information, but 14.
Though the nature of the ability you are not 100% sure of, it does not seem to require the same level of attention as a spell that used concentration would. He does not seem to be overly, there's no extra effort right now being put towards keeping Candor locked in place. Magnus, did you want to continue with something?
I'm waiting for him to introduce himself.
Yeah, and he seems to be sort of, insinuating that he would prefer to do introductions over the table, not at sword point, and we'll see how that works out.
I see.
Oh, did you?
I see where we're at. I didn't quite grasp what you were saying there. We're fine.
Yeah, you can continue.
Candor, if the nice gentleman lets you go, will you stop swinging the sword around? It's quite rude.
Yeah, backstory and party and conflict.
Has Owen sit down?
No.
Owen,
He's
no.
come up and he's implied a willingness to play if more is explained, but he is not sat down, nor has he agreed to play, just has requested more information.
But you are the only one that seems to be aggressive. Everybody else,
I'm aware of that. Yeah,
has just moved towards the table.
There is real conflict in Candor's eyes that I think is pretty obvious to Magnus.
Yes.
I would rather you all run while you can. He can't find us. He can't find you. But if you're insistent on speaking to it, I am bound to share your burdens.
It. What an interesting name.
Oh, fuck. that was me. Candor would also probably, like, whatever a PG swear is, gosh darn, is more Candor speed, but he will stop struggling.
Emerald.
Okay. Let's see. Movement.
The joyous occasion. One who steeps themselves in chaos while forcing order. Such a... Oof. Good day to you, sir. Or is Emerald madam or neither?
Yeah.
Or both.
Emerald is a woman.
Okay. Ma'am. You
I'll-
too have things you certainly want. This world is not so easy to enforce one's will upon.
Yes, you clearly know what we want, and perhaps you have information that we need.
Well,
Why
need.
not just cut to it? There's something you want, and you won't give us what we want if we don't give it to you.
Oh, no. It's only polite that the other party cuts.
I don't have time for games.
And an investigation wouldn't take longer? Seems a trivial thing. Is there
Well,
anything
what-
else you'd like to say or active that you'd like to do?
I'll say the way this works is a gift for a gift. You have what we want, you have something from us that you want. But the thing you want from us is to play a game with you. What do you give us for that pleasure?
Well, there are other things we could do. A gift exchange is not out of the question. Now, what would you do for me? A fascinating question. Perhaps an agreement, an allowance of, I would simply like to keep an eye on your activities. You seem ever so interesting. Now, that wasn't a problem before, but we could strike a deal that would allow you use of your new trinkets while still allowing me the things that I want.
So is he's saying?
He's saying he would like to keep an eye on you.
Yeah.
And that he is certain that there is a way around, like he's saying you could still use your magic items, and we can find a way around that limitation. And if there's nothing more active that you want to do, we'll slide back to his turn.
Well, I'll just say I have only heard a new request from you. Now you want to watch us and play a game. So what are we getting?
I have told you, that is the heart of the game. You must tell me what you want. And then he will, do a quick snap of a shuffle, and Candor will slush into unrestrainedness. Now, it is up to you. Shall we play, exchange gifts, or will you simply, and he will sort of gesture on down the path, and an opening will appear in the table that would allow you just to walk on by.
I think I've probably done a turn's worth of talking.
So if there's no active, attacking stuff going on, we could just sort of loosen it up a bit here.
Yeah.
And you guys as a party can chat, talk, decide what you might want to do.
We can loosen things up. I feel like I'm the reason things got tightened up, so we can loosen
No, that's
things
totally
up.
fine. I anticipated that exact response. So it very easily could have become combat, and it still could. So
Still good. I'm within Glaive range right now.
Say,
But
Who's willing to engage with either gift exchange or playing a game? I think that's probably the question that needs to be answered.
Owain has learned his lesson at not fully with the Fae because he got lucky, but
Yep.
but at least understands that things need to be spelled out carefully. Whether he's capable of spelling them out carefully enough, we'll find out. But he's not opposed to playing a game with a stranger if there's something to gain by it or if there's not anything important to lose by it. However, he is very much concerned that this is the stranger who may have sent us all on this errand,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and is in a place of equal parts willing to play nice because I got to see a bit of the past that I've been missing for the last few years, and also like he dredged up a lot of stuff for what appears to be his entertainment. So what is... I believe there were requests for... He has been named now as it.
Well, I thought Elise was going to do the naming.
Yeah, she could.
She could give an additional name.
It's
Well, since we're being polite again.
Bad idea. That was
I
Campbell.
would be happy to
Thank
make
you.
the introduction.
Thank you, Candor.
And he will instead like introduce the party in like a very flamboyant way instead of you giving your names or speaking your names or however whatever worry you might have of doing that. He will introduce everybody around.
What
new
names
friends,
do you each
new
of us?
friends. It's not like you've known each other much longer than you've known me. In fact, I've known you longer.
I suspected from what you'd said that was the case.
Now, let's look at it this way.
Mm.
We could play a game of gifts. I get to watch, and you get to have me totally out of it. And he will set a deck of cards in front of him and say, a gift from the top, nothing to do with me. Or we could play a game back and forth. And maybe you decide what you want rather than risk the randomness of fate. To be more clear, he is saying that he will step out of the deal as he will make himself a third party. He will get to watch your continued adventures, and instead of like a back and forth with him, you get a gift from the top of the deck. Or you could play a game with him and we could discuss terms.
Maybe roll a dice to see what I'm doing here. Because I feel like Owain's the one who's most willing to take the first step. Is that correct? Is that what I'm hearing from the group?
To have indicated that he will let you just walk away.
I was about to say, the third option, keep walking to the owl is just down the road. Remains very much an option.
Yes, there is an owl just up the way.
I think it would be best to just go. But I will not abandon you to it.
Magnus will kind of look at his gloved hands. If I let you watch me, would you leave the others?
One would hope that as good friends, watching you would mean I get to watch everybody else. So I don't see why we couldn't make such a deal. But I would hate to have you tossed aside because of unfounded accusations on my rationale.
I appreciate that that would offer some form of privacy for those of us who need it.
My lady, do you think me a scoundrel?
I am merely saying that there are some things that I prefer to play close to the chest.
Owain will. The vibe I'm getting, and the vibe that Owain is getting, is that we can make he is proposing a game because he wants to play games.
Mhm.
But if there are going to be terms to the game, he's just like he wants us to name him. He's almost offering us the chance to name the terms of the game.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. No.
So to clarify what I'm understanding here,
Mhm.
offer the gift of letting him see you. Take a thing off the top of the deck. 1 card draw, top of the deck. Fate decides. If you play a game with him, the game he's currently proposing is high card draw.
Mm-hmm.
Win the game, name the terms. Lose the game, he names the terms. Third option.
He will be more specific about that. He will say that in that case, it's he gets to watch or you get what you want. So it's like only I get something or only you get something in that particular.
There you go. There are 2 options, one of which ends up with you get something and he gets to watch. One is either you get something or he gets to watch, or option 3, keep walking.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am hamstrung by my character. This seems like a really fun way to engage with the world and play some poker and maybe learn the secrets of the universe. That seems like it'd be a fun thing to engage with. I can't, but it seems like it'd be fun.
This is just the beginning of the game. This is sort of some of the stuff that so you will get chances to engage that will fit.
No. I'm not expressing a regret.
Yeah.
I'm expressing a enjoyable situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
A 21 insight. This being, I'm guessing, is a lot stronger than it looks, a lot bigger than it looks.
Well, he specifically said at the beginning, it's quite short, but gives the impression of vast height.
Yes.
Height equates to aura.
Yes, which if you recall, one of the things you guys had decided was
height is power,
Yeah, that height correlates to magical ability, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the taller the
So he is deliberately concealing his height.
But you still sense the
He is aura farming off of his vast height.
But what I'm looking for is there are Fae that are almost demon-like in their desires for what they're doing. Do I sense any, not even hostility, intent to do harm here?
Vibe check the Fae.
And roll an insight check.
Can I also vibe check this Fae?
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Oh, that is the best time to roll that.
I don't think vibe checking would change my opinion of the Fae one way or the other. So
No, probably
no
not.
reason to roll.
Same.
21
Back-
for me.
Backstory is going to affect many things. Insight, proficiency, so that comes out to 23.
All right. Both of you think that he is likely to be totally genuine within the limitations of the scenario that he has set up. You both also pretty darn sure that that is likely not the end of his goals, the end of his motivations.
I mean, he
Yeah.
already talked about this being our first meeting.
Mhm.
I didn't. Really no.
Yeah. So, well, first of all, does anyone else want to make the first move? To do something stupid.
I'm fairly tempted to make the first move to do
I
something
mean,
stupid.
I started out with stupidity. I charged an archfey.
Elise is very decidedly staying back.
Okay.
Okay. So we have 2 people tempted to do something stupid right now. What about Emerald and
Robin.
Robert?
I think Emerald usually likes to see what happens to someone else first, because she's very driven on.
The burned hand teaches best. It's best
The-
when it's someone else's hand.
Yeah, like what? But it's more like a scientific interest of like, if I can collect more data before something happens, I will. So she'd probably hang back.
Does he feel wintry Fae or summery Fae?
Mhm.
Let me see here.
Unaligned Fae, do those exist?
Huh?
I said, do unaligned Fae exist?
Yes.
They do.
100%.
You are
Sorry.
aware that
That's why I asked.
there are the 4 major courts that are around the seasons. There are a few other minor courts. There are a number of unaligned Fae. You do know that in order to be a member of a court, you have to be like fully Fae. So like half creatures or offspring can be servants and whatnot, but won't be recognized as members of a given court, even if they are subservient therein. There is a general sort of unseelie label that mortals use sometimes that loosely organizes them into like death is just like what mortals tend to deserve, and that's chill and whatnot. Even they might not all like explicitly go after that, but they don't care. Versus the other side where mortals tend to be more fun to like mess with, and there's not really any that are besides given instances that are like, I'm gonna help and support humanity. Those tend to be few and far between and tend to be unaffiliated with a given court. Let's see here.
Some Fae do dissection and some Fae do vivisection. But either way, you're a lab rat.
Well, some Fae will get you to run as far as you possibly can because they want to watch the show.
This fellow does not seem to give you much in the way of like vibe when it comes to a given court. If you want to make a, what is the Fey one again? They tend to be under what skill when you're trying to learn about them?
Arcana, maybe?
I would assume Arcana, because they're like
Arcana.
magic shit.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, you could make an Arcana check therein.
21.
Ah,
My largest modifier.
Mhm.
it's an 11.
To read the aura. Is
I'm-
he kind of warm or is he kind of chilly?
I'm
Yeah,
trained in
you,
3.
Get a lot of chaos, which is not abnormal for Fae in
Nope.
general, but like very unestablished. You would anticipate that he is likely unaligned,
Free agent.
which can mean whatever you want. It might, you know, if that's true, it means like dealing with him, you're not necessarily dealing with or upsetting or whatever any sort of hierarchical structure. But yeah,
He's either unaffiliated because he wants to be, or because no one will have him. He could be a half breed.
And there are plenty of subcategories to both of those.
yeah, for sure.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Do it.
Well, unfortunately, again, hold up the gloved hands. I'm not quite for games of chance and skill like I once was. I'll let you watch me. Maybe even put on a good show.
I would have thought you, of all people at the table, would have much more practical concerns. And he sort of gestures down at your lower half.
We learn to adjust. I know what that price is. I'm not paying that again.
But you are going to let him watch you, so does that mean you get a card, or?
Yeah, them's how it goes.
So before you, he will sort of lay a hand on the deck. And so is this just our Magnus and no one else?
How long have you been watching us?
Let's see now. Time certainly has gotten a bit twisty as of late. It would be difficult to align an answer to your understanding.
Magnus.
I'd think that you could just tell each of us the earliest thing you know about us.
I certainly could, but such specificity seems like information you might want.
Candor, don't worry. We'll talk later.
Your my understanding is you're only doing this to keep the rest of us safe. Is that correct?
That about sums it up, yes.
Then I will do it. And you stay safe. am supposed to be a shield if someone's going to do this. It should be me.
Then seeing how uncomfortable you are, he'll sort of seeing this and he's been quiet and kind of locked in when it kind of reveals that he's been watching for a certain amount of time. Maybe he's seen some other, but basically he's if this is to protect everybody and is a chance, maybe this could be my initiation into helping you hold that shield. And I will allow myself to
do it. No, we want to do it.
Yeah, it's exactly like that, where it's just like you're gonna have a moment. No, I'm gonna.
I do feel kind of bad for that, but
No, but I will take your badness and I will take it. And I will
roll initiative for grabbing the shield.
Save me from noble idiots.
Nope, I'll do it.
You will decide amongst yourselves then, and Elise will start walking through the exits.
So I basically just need to know who's going to do it and whether or not they're going to go. Both people get something, or only one person is going to get something.
I'm under two different. I'm under so many different constraints right now. I don't think I can culturally let just one person be the sacrifice. That isn't me. So if Robert is doing it, I think I have to also do it. There's a thing about holding debts in common. So I think if anybody does it, I have to also chain myself to it. I think.
Love it.
I would do it, but one of my character's main things is patience in all things. So she's definitely just like the hang back to figure it out before doing anything rash type.
I mean, I would rather not. Candor does not want to do it, but Candor feels that he has to do it.
Yeah.
I would rather let other people do stupid things because that's how fun happens. But
Yeah.
I was halfway through, Magnus is like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Just everything.
I realized, oh fuck, I'm a paladin. I'm supposed to be helping.
Funny, whatever I would do, everything about my character is like patience in all things, and also like no soul should be enslaved or bound, to something. So it's
So it sounds like we got two people participating.
Yeah, at this point, with Candor being incredibly insistent, Magnus is just going to go and keep walking.
Candor and Robert. So let's start with Robert, or I mean, you can discuss with yourselves, but are you going both people get something or all or one way or the other?
I think you're doing this before I can stop you. So all you, and then I will just duplicate whatever you're doing.
Well, if he sees one of us, he sees all of us for as long as we're in the same place.
Yeah.
So.
But
that's what different rooms are for.
Way.
So really, if two people are doing it,
they just have to be bunkies.
They either both have to. They probably both have to make the same choice, or it would make more sense.
Yeah.
Because there's a better chance of us getting everything we want. That on the one or the other thing. But if either one does the you get something and I get something version, then it's as though we lost that coin flip anyway. I guess I don't know if that was even helpful, but.
Well, Robert? Let's
is
make you happy.
make me happy. I don't. Is there? I don't know which direction to. Guess the one that will make me think less would be we both get something.
Let him be a voyeur.
So, I will watch you, with your permission, of course, and you will get a gift of some sort.
This is like accepting the terms of service of a cell phone app.
Yeah.
And it's like as this is happening, I think you would be able to see kind of Robert is starting to like salivate as like it's kind of not even like his own self, like he doesn't even seem like he's aware that he's doing it, but it's just like seems salivating like
And
he's very
you're
hungry.
sure there's nothing that I could do for you more personally in this game over here? I have no control over this one.
I believe you have control over what was in the deck.
Well, I certainly am aware, but
Was it a question or was it
yeah, he's basically asking you, you're sure you're fine with the random gift versus maybe something that you specifically want that he could provide.
He's trying to bait you into the higher stakes game.
No, I'll take the random.
All right. Can you go ahead and roll me a d4?
All right. I'll do that on
All right. So he will take the deck and start shuffling it up and shuffling it up and shuffling it up. And then he will slide it across the table towards Candor and say, as I said, it is only polite that the guest cuts the deck.
So he wants me to cut the deck for Robert to
Yeah.
draw. All right. I will cut the deck.
And he makes a show of like his hands being, up here and nowhere near the deck. And then can I get you to roll a D10, please?
all right.
Which one of us? Oh, okay. Good.
Happy. So
I didn't know if I was making a cut check.
nope, not a good.
Got a 10.
Ooh.
All right. So you reach down and pull the deck card from the deck, and like images start flashing through your mind. Let's see. Are you limited by that particular? All right. If Robert Happy were to be more skilled in some particular aspect of his life, what do you think he would most appreciate? What would he yearn for the most?
Cooking tools.
Let me see. I guess it would be be like an understanding of Fae, I suppose, like an Arcana skill.
Yeah, so you your head fills with like factoids and whatnot. You figure it's probably going to take a while for them to settle into an accessible pattern in your brain, but feel free to add the proficiency for Arcana to your sheet.
It's like I imagine like as it's coming together, he's like, "Oh no, I shouldn't have done.
I
this.
should not have done that." All right, let's see.
I did not
here.
want to know that. What the fuck?
The hunger
It's
is
too much.
now
Stop! Enough! It's like, wait a minute.
And the creature across from you will roll out a piece of paper that says, with the permission of the other side, gives the other permission to surveil and their actions, etc., etc.
Elise is gonna want to look over his shoulder for any fine print.
Yeah, go ahead.
What am I rolling for that?
This is something you'd definitely be good. Do you have insight as proficiency?
No, unfortunately.
Okay. What intelligence based something or other?
This feels investigation-y.
Yeah,
Investigation.
Investigation do you have?
I do. Investigation I have, and I have the
Yeah, that
observant.
sounds like actually the perfect one for this.
Okay. Next, I roll over 15, so that's higher. That's
14.
So dirty 20 on the roll.
Yeah, so dirty 20, you pick up on everything that was said, and everything that was not said is perfectly laid out in this contract. Which, you come to a pretty pointed understanding that sort of time limits were not ever discussed.
That would have been my first question.
Sort of, the big glaring omission that you spot. And the magic sort of seals up, and he will take the rolled parchment and tuck it away in his bag, and then turn to Candor and say, "And which game will we be playing?"
If I play a game with you, and if I win,
Yes.
you have permission to look at Robert. But if I win, I would like you to never exercise that ability.
So this is high card. And if you lose, I watch both of you. A fascinatingly genius idea. Shall we? All right. Now he will like sort of begin shuffling the deck, and like every time he does, it gets like bigger and smaller and bigger and smaller. And he's like, "How small? How big would you like to play? Would you like to play high card with these two?" And he'll show like just a 2 and an ace, or like basically, what D blank dice do you want to roll?
Six.
D6. All right, let's roll it in open chat.
Yep.
High card. I got a 1. You got a 6. And he also bursts out laughing and whatnot. And he will produce a second sheaf of paper that has like, you know, the legal jargon about, you know, although you have permission, you are choosing not to exercise that permission, etc. And after he does that, laughing, he will tuck it in his backpack and like wave a hand, and the dice will like flip. So like yours is higher and his is lower. See, too easy. Not a fun game that way.
Are we all satisfied? Can we leave now? Directed at everyone else.
I mean, you were always able to, but
I am bound
I
by
have time. And he continues to shuffle and look around.
Wade will offer this.
You just got away clean.
Got away clean with a bonus.
God, did you?
Right. At this point, Robert's like, no.
Do you like your red buttons?
Yeah, he's giving me a red button. I'm gonna push it at least once.
Above table, absolutely feel free. Go for it. I never want to like main character my way into stopping people from making decisions, which I'm worried I've done with Miles now. So like, feel free. Just candor is exasperated.
Your exasperation is noted.
Yeah. Could have done it in a different order.
Yeah.
He would. Basically, he specifying in as clear a detail as he can, but also using as simple terms as he can in order to not be misunderstood.
Okay.
He's offering.
Or misunderstood.
Yes, or quote unquote misunderstood.
Yep.
He's wanting to offer basically gift for a gift, a question for a question.
Ah.
Okay.
And part of him building that up, and part of, I'm saying it this way to try and see things along too, because I see it's 10 here.
Yeah.
He'll try and I'd be happy to roll persuasion on this if that would help. Basically, talk up some of the things that they found. Imply they were important things found after we got hidden, and offer insight into what it is they found after they got hidden. And what he's looking for specifically is information, is why he started watching us.
Okay. So your question would be why he started watching. He will look at you and say, although you may have found fascinating objects, if we will play question for question, I will not limit myself to the time period you request.
So that sounds like he is willing to play question for question, but he's going to ask the question that he wants.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
all right.
All right. He will produce document that basically says, you know, both parties agree to answer the following question as clearly as they can with
their knowledge,
with the knowledge that they possess. Would you like to go first, or shall I?
You may want to include something about the fullness of the answer, because his answer could just simply be I was curious, and I feel like that's not the entirety of the answer.
So,
I will endeavor to be clear and
the word you're looking for, if you're going to do this, is comprehensive.
yes, comprehensive. As long as you do the same.
By all means, why don't you ask your question?
A game I did not anticipate. Let's
Except
see.
you
Give
just
me a
asked the
moment
question.
here.
Mm-hmm.
How did it feel when you throttled those people?
God, it was better than sex.
Your lady. What does her face look like these days?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I have the means for you to be comprehensive.
Mm-hmm.
And he slides just an empty sheet of paper over. Just show me the face.
So
you do what you
inside
want.
Zephyr's mind, inside inside Owen's mind, he is compiling. He has reason to believe that Athena is in 3 parts right now, somewhere in the world.
Oh, that is the lady that it could be talking about.
You have a girlfriend. Are you gonna draw a skeleton?
I should roll Ewan's odds on whether he was married, because I have not decided that about this character.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it'd be rude to decide that on the spot.
Well, we don't have marriage in this land, right?
Yep.
True. But is there anyone that he would have believed he was married to, before anyone he was committed to, and could therefore think of as his lady? No. Okay, that's unfortunate. He, in his own mind, has reason to believe that Athena, as his lady, is in 3 parts. He's had the vision. He doesn't know if that's an avatar of her or her herself. Therefore, what he will probably do, the 3 statues that were. He will do his best to take those statues and give them form. Give them kind of a draw something. Roll to see how good the art is.
He as you pull out, he does not provide pen and ink, and if you do so, he'll just say, "No need, just go ahead and think."
Okay. He will concentrate on the paper and try and produce not the statues, but how he imagines such a being would look from those things.
Okay. And the image that you conjure in your head appears on the paper before you, and he will lift it up and inspect and tuck it away with the rest of his papers. Now, your turn.
What was my original question?
Why is it that he began watching? Is what you
For
just...
how long? Wait, I
It
forget
wasn't
what you
interested in
said.
how long. Time is a weird question to him anyway.
Yeah. We tried asking how long, and he waffled on that.
His question was.
Granted, he wasn't sort of bound by anything at that
point.
Right.
Yeah. His question will be why he started watching and reaching out to us.
That is an easy question to be fully and completely comprehensive about. I told myself to.
Hmm. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I told myself to. Time fuckery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reminded of like the last season of Gargoyles, where there was this wizard who kept pulling himself out of of like his death fall, and he then would send himself to save himself. So he was making this sort of weird time loop where he was always up one wizard. So there were multiple versions of himself, all available to help do weird wizardy things.
Is that clear enough? I would hate to leave you with a bad taste in your mouth.
I think Owain believes that that was as clear an answer as he's going to, like, any further clarity that he might try and get would require another question.
Mm-hmm.
And so his answer will be, I certainly am satisfied with your answer.
As long as we agree that it has been fair.
At the very least, it's been fair.
Nice.
Now, enjoy the rest of your day.
Good day.
Frantically writing notes.
He will like wave his hand and pack up like the table and chairs, and tuck like decks of cards into like inside pockets all over the place. He will ostentatiously bow and turn and do the same, even lower to the owl down the road. And then he will turn to, which one of you was it? Oh yeah. He will turn to you, Emerald. As you did not participate, we might as well leave you with a little jealousy. And he will twirl in his hands a short dagger that he will slash through the air and then just walk through the hole before it disappears.
That's interesting.
Now then. He's
Candor
gone.
exhales.
Well, if that's
Candor?
if that's what I think it was, you won't be hearing from him for some time.
If he's who I think he was, we'll hear from him whenever he pleases.
I just mean he's no longer, or it, whatever it is no longer in this place.
I hope that's true.
Yes. Candor.
Yes, sir.
Good thinking.
Better thinking would have been for all of us to run.
Better thinking would have been to politely decline and kept walking. But I found myself tempted.
I suspect that was his goal.
That is probably always his goal. And again, I doubt we've seen him for the last time.
Robert, are you all right?
Now we.
I think so, but I'm beginning to see the error of my ways.
I won, but that was really dumb.
That could have gone way worse.
Well, now
What
we
you did
have.
what you did wasn't exactly good.
Now we have more knowledge. This will help us in the way forward.
I hope so. But interactions with those things, you tend to end poorer than you were when you started.
If we're spreading new knowledge, politeness in all things, even your thought, dear Campbell, I don't know what caused that. Maybe you'll tell us.
If it amuses him.
But even a token of courtesy can get you out of these things.
I am candor of the lead. We do not lie. To be courteous to something like that preys on the innocent and seduces the vulnerable and took my friend from me because of my own stupidity, that is not something I can be courteous to. That would be a lie.
So it was.
Your organization not entirely about second chances?
Don't worry, I'm right here. He didn't take me.
That doesn't mean that you have to be stupid in an interaction. But
you are right, librarian.
I'll not ask you to lie, lad. I'll not. If you can't say something nice, don't say it. I'd ask you to not put us in a position like that again. That's one of the relatively benign ones. If wanted a game, yeah? Amusement. That's all we are to it. Toys, playthings.
Unfortunately,
And it likes to see us run. Some of them want to break you to see what's inside. And if you're rude, you give them that tiniest excuse. That's all they'll do. Break you. Please. Just don't put us in that position.
I will do my best.
That's all I can ask.
I can offer no more. But Elise, you were saying something?
Aye, librarian, sorry I cut you off.
It's all right. Simply, I agree that our best is all that we can ever do. And hopefully, we'll continue to watch out for each other. At least as long as we're around each other. Which may be for some time as we try to figure out what's going on with all of this.
It seems clear that he is the third party that brought us together.
Or that's just what it wants us to think.
It could have even been one of us. Who can say? The possibilities are myriad.
Regardless, it would be good to look into your organization and figure out if either it's been infiltrated in some manner or if there were these actual orders going out.
It would be a comfort to report this to the Oath Guide and get some guidance from someone of a more level head than mine.
You definitely have a bit of anger there.
I will try to be better.
And we will be better.
I'm not complaining, lad.
I am. I didn't really know how much I hated them. It's been a while since I've seen one.
And the more knowledge you have, the better choices you can make.
Robert just nods.
Robert's
And
got
you
yourself
have-
some knowledge there.
you have learned something about yourself as well. And those who know themselves, that is the first step to true power.
And it is often the hardest knowledge to come by.
You've made a deal with a fae.
Don't remind me.
Although we should also see if the town's in order.
Welcome to the club. Let's go see what's left of the town.
Where I'm assuming people are probably at the end of their evenings.
Well, I could go for another 3 hours, but this is my Saturday, so.
I also have to I have to wake up for teaching tomorrow, so I.
Okay. Well, I certainly did not have to prepare as much as I did today. You guys, I know I lore dumped at the beginning, but then you guys like stuck around and like dug into the paperwork and talked about a bunch of stuff around that and like lore dumped some stuff from each your guys' backgrounds, and then you really went with this. I was sure that it was going to be a run or fight situation, but I liked it.
No, fantastic session. We all did great, but you provided good context in which greatness to occur.
Yeah.
There was a compliment in there somewhere for you, Greatness. I tried.
Encounters that have an amount of ambiguity that's natural are some of the more compelling ones.
Part of the whole point of this plot that you guys are in right now is ambiguity. Do you feel like there is enough rope to grab onto to lead you in directions, even with the level of ambiguity that there is?
Yeah.
I would like some confirmation of where we're going.
Okay.
Like, sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I understand that there is no reason for our characters to have any more of an idea of what's going on than we do, but I am other than backtracking the paperwork, I can't think of how on earth we would go forward.
Yes.
So
It's less pulling the rope.
Yeah.
In my head, I wondered if you'd backtrack paperwork. You can, do that, and there's a couple ways that you could go about doing that. You also have that weird package that you could attempt to follow up on. There are also 2 cities with crime organizations that have potential information connected to people's backstories. There is Emerald certainly is aware that there's some knowledge about his mentor that is floating around somewhere. I know that there's not a whole lot of rope to grab onto with that particular thread at the moment, but it does exist. And then Owain does have some semblance of information about his goddess that could be followed up on too.
Yeah, I mean,
a specific need to go in one direction or another.
Yeah, to me it feels like, and this is just how I think, but it's like if there's one thing we can try, then we haven't run out of options yet. And so the fact that we have that one concept of let's go to this larger organization who can at least in theory confirm or deny
I won't give you
involvement,
any particular nudges, but you do have this mystery of these glass cases. there's certainly potential ways that you could look into that.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really fine with whatever. I have threads are connected to threads, so
Yeah.
you should find rope along the way, no matter which
Yeah.
direction you tug. So,
yeah. Then I think
if
we'll be fine.
if that becomes like really tedious or whatever, that's okay. Like I can be more clear. I also know that people, wanted to do other stuff too. So like now that you're not watched or whatever, depending on the urgency that you have, there's dungeons around and there's other stuff to do.
Mhm.
But for next time, let's go ahead and go to level 2.
Ooh,
Yay.
fighting style time.
Gives you a little more stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
A little less on the edge of annihilation at any given moment.
Yeah.
I did appreciate being knocked down to half health.
Yep.
That's the hard part. I just started
So,
the other game at level 1, and I'm like, man, I gotta not throw anything. It's like looking at the quarter and half CRs is like, there's not a lot here, but
Yeah, there's a reason I don't like it.
but
And then there's
thing-
RPM throwing what appears to be an archway at us. I mean,
It's fine.
well, yeah. I mean, you can make there be higher level things, but if it's explicitly a fight, you're not just gonna curb stomp them. It's like, but yeah, I then tell myself, well, at higher levels, you're bummed out because you can't use the weaker monsters.
Yeah.
So be happy. Think about that and be happy now that you do get to use the
I mean, getting to
really
use
low
basic,
tier ones.
getting to use basic skeletons and goblins to do things is really fun. A lot less work than using CR20 things.
Exactly.
and just given the nature of this campaign, I will be using more like random encounter stuff and whatnot because of the chaotic nature of the world right now and Fae around corners that you didn't know were there or things like that. So
it was excellent.
Yeah, no, A plus.
Look forward to
Everything I was hoping for.
oh yeah, notebook.
The only problem is how long we have to wait to find out more about our mysteries, but that's okay. We'll be having fun. We have other mysteries to solve. Yeah. In another realm.
We have a Daggerheart ambush to survive.
Yep.
So
yeah,
we got shit to do. No
plenty
matter
going on.
Yeah.
Whenever it's happening. All right, so that's our stream. Hope you had fun. Hope you're able to laugh, even if it was at our expense. And I hope that if anything's weighing on you, it feels lighter after hanging out online with friends. And until next time, bye.
See you guys next time.
All right. See you all next time.